Waterford players, well now let's hear what Peter Finnerty thinks about the pick of the Clare players. Here's his ones to watch from the Banner County.
Niall Gilligan, Clare's right corner forward. Niall is one of the up-and-coming stars in Clare today. Here we see him in action against Cork the last day. Out first, takes the ball on the hurley, has a little look up, straight over the bar. Bread and butter that every corner forward should be able to do. Here we see a different side of his game. His defensive qualities when he doesn't have possession. Hassling Brian Corcoran until eventually Corcoran makes a mistake and concedes the line ball. For a small man, Gilligan is very strong. Here we see him taking on the corner back, attracting the full back and laying the pass out to his full forward who is free, who eventually taps it over the bar. Clare will be looking for another big performance from Gilligan today. Sean McMahon, Clare's centre back and the cornerstone that Gerald Nan has built his team upon. Great positional sense. Here he comes, first to the ball, looks up, strikes it into the full forward line. McMahon is very intelligent, reading all situations well, in behind his wing back. Again, long clearance down the field for his corner forward to come onto. Very, very strong under the high ball, up, catches, and gets his clearance on his weaker side. Clare will be looking for this cornerstone to give a big inspirational display again today.
Yeah, that Clare team, of course, has become so well known to us over the years. Can they do it again today, Tomas Mackay?
I think so. The preparation that these Clare lads put into their training, into their game, the discipline they have on and off the field has been a joy to watch over the last number of years. They've had a very, very impressive victory over Cork, and I think they're going to march on today. A lot of people predict that they're going to win comfortably. I don't think so. I think Waterford will put it up to them, but I think Clare will shade it in the end.
It's interesting, Pete, that people a few years ago would have been going for the underdogs in this, and it would have been Clare in a Munster final. Now they're the top dogs. Waterford the underdogs.
Yeah, it's incredible the way things have changed in Munster. Without Cork and Tipperary involved, we're still expecting a very exciting game today. Waterford have a great chance today, but they have to dictate the pace of the game to Clare. Clare were in trouble against Cork when Cork dictated the pace of the game, but once Clare got on top, there was no stopping them. So if Waterford can get their noses in front, and there's a very strong breeze there, which will have a big influence on the game, I prefer if Waterford played against it. But in the end of the day, I think Clare are going to come through. They're more physical and have that better balanced side.
OK, well, a big day for the two counties, obviously, then. Big day for the players and their mentors, and Kieran Malooly has been looking behind the scenes at Thurles in the build-up to this afternoon's match.
Over 53,000 fans have come to Semple Stadium in Thurles for what can only be described as a very special Munster hurling final. It's only the second time in history that Waterford and Clare have played in a final, and you've got to go back to 1938 for that meeting, a match which was won by Waterford. Weather conditions this afternoon are not so good. Like much of the country, there's been heavy rain overnight. We've had sporadic showers this morning in Thurles, and a very, very strong wind is blowing towards the town end of the ground, a factor which could be significant before the afternoon is out. Both teams, of course, are in the dressing rooms, and both sets of management teams are looking forward to the game.
It's a Munster final, and you know, it's a two-horse race at this stage, and certainly we feel that Clare certainly deserve to be favourites, but that we're not coming up here without any hope ourselves. We certainly feel we have a team good enough to win the Munster Championship.
What's the news from the Waterford camp this morning or this afternoon? Any team problems?
No, thankfully everything is fine. Everybody's okay. No injuries, no late shocks, no nothing. We're going as we're selected.
You're playing Clare, of course, who've been known not to go as first selected. Have you planned for any of their changes?
Well, obviously we look at previous things that have happened, but you know, quite honestly, yeah, I prefer to concentrate on my own side, my own strengths, and you know, there'll be time enough to look at the opposition once the game starts.
Gerard McCarthy, the best of luck, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tony Considine, another Munster final. What's the state of Clare hurling this afternoon?
Well, it's in good form. We're in good form at the moment, just looking forward to getting out in the field now and getting out of the game. You know, everyone is in tip-top shape, so we're looking forward to the game.
We've got to ask you, what will be the Clare line-out this afternoon? Because, you know, even the media in particular have been making the point that often what the teams in the programme is not the team that lines out in the field.
Clare are definitely going to line out the way they've been picked, you know, so that's for sure.
Any injury problems at all? What sort of preparation have you put in for this final?
Well, we're putting the same preparation we put in for the Cork game. Waterford are a very good team, so we're coming here today do exactly the same way as we came for the Cork game.
It's a different sort of Munster final, so you're not slaying the dragon at this occasion. You're slaying, if you are going to slay anyone, it's a new team in Munster hurling, Waterford.
It's still a Munster final, no matter who you're playing the Munster final, it's the Munster final, so at the end of the day, you have to go out and perform as well, no matter who you're playing.
And you're confident?
Yes, hopefully confident, yeah.
Tony, thank you very much.
Well, that's how they view it down in Clare. We'll see what exactly is going to happen very shortly. Before that, we have a commercial break to take.